So most people watching this video will be aware that I turned 70 last October, and I've just had a huge clear out of my closet, and I mean huge. There have been massive boxes donated to the op shop or charity shop, you know, Goodwill. And I've realised that, you know, my body shape has changed. I'm not quite as slim as I used to be, and I need to rethink my whole wardrobe. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, if you're new here, hi, I'm Kaz. I'm also 5 foot nothing, or that's 152 centimetres in new money. I have loved fashion since I was a teenager in the 60s. A long time ago, I know. I've loved luxury bags for at least 40 years and have a sizable collection, which I have reduced considerably lately, so you might see the odd one or two coming back in. So I put in a couple of orders with Marks and Spencer. Now, Marks and Spencer is a British institution. They sell fabulous food, and oh my goodness, I wish they sold their food here because it is divine, particularly for people who can't cook. You know, it's good healthy food that you can just basically heat up and eat and done. Anyway, we're not talking about food, we're talking about reinventing my wardrobe. And I've ordered some things from Marks and Spencer because it's affordable fashion. You know, they're really good quality for the most part, very reasonably priced, and although I'm quite happy to spend a few thousand on a really amazing designer bag, I'm not so inclined to spend huge amounts of money on clothes. I've got 2 or 3, you know, ready-to-wear designer pieces, but not that many. And I think for the last 10 years, I've basically had a winter uniform of jeans, ankle boots, cashmere sweater or t-shirt underneath, and, well, cashmere cardigan. In the summer, replace the jeans with jean shorts, t-shirt, thongs or flip-flops. Can get a bit confusing, that one. Hat, of course, sunnies, and that's it. You know, a dress when we go out for dinner or theatre, whatever. And I'm stuck in a rut. I really am. And I wanted to change things, and although I'm quite happy to wear jean shorts, and when I say shorts, I mean, look, I mean mid-thigh shorts, I don't mean, you know, right up to the bum shorts. Just I'm a bit long in the tooth for that. I needed something else that was a bit smarter than jean shorts, but still as comfortable. Easy to wash, you know, just needed a quick iron, if any. I would prefer not to iron things, but I prefer natural fibres, so, you know, cotton, linen. There's always going to be some sort of ironing involved. And I was having a look on the Marks and Spencer website, and I saw these linen blend wide leg trousers with an elasticated waist, which were $41.99, and I've just looked on the website now, and they're $55.99, which is a pretty hefty increase. I mean, the Aussie dollar is really low at the moment, so I mean, obviously it's going to affect prices from, you know, goods that are shipped in from overseas, which is nearly everything, unfortunately. But that's a bit of a hike, but I would say even at $55.99, they're really good value. They're excellent quality. They come in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different colours. And the thing I like about a company like Marks and Spencer is they do trousers in 3 lengths. So if you're not very good at sewing, or you just want them to be the right length when you get them, they do a short, which is 29 inches, regular 31 inches inside leg, and long 33 inches. What that is in centimetres, I don't know, so I'll have to go and get the tape measure. Okay, so for people using new money, which is what I call new, decimalisation. 29 inches is 70, near as anything, 74 centimetres. 31 inches is approximately 79 centimetres. 33 is 84 centimetres. So you've got a choice of 3 lengths. I'll just have a look and see what their stock levels are like. Okay, so they're out of stock in the smaller sizes. They're nearly always out of stock with the petite sizes first, the petite lengths. Okay, it's got an Australian 8 long, and then they go up to a size. Now this is another thing I like about M&S. They started in Australian size 6, which is a US 2, and they go up to an Australian 22. So they're really inclusive of all body types, which I think is brilliant. You don't have to go to a plus size shop if you're a bit larger. You're catered for here the same as anybody else, which is exactly as it should be. Now these are, okay, 55% linen, 45% viscose, machine washable, 30 degrees, and you can tumble dry them. So you might not need to iron them. I don't have a tumble dryer, but if you hang them well after you've washed them, you don't need to do much ironing. So anyway, I thought I'd start with those and sort of use those as a basis to sort of just have something different to wear, rather than jeans on a cool day, jean shorts on a hot day. So sort of a warm to hot day, get away with wearing linen blend. A blend of linen and viscose is going to be very breathable. It's not one of those sort of sweaty, sweaty, I should say, glowy, polyester type, those sort of clingy fabrics that, as soon as you get to the menopause, you just don't want to look at polyester anymore. It's just not a happening thing. So I've ordered a few of those. I actually have some on at the moment. I ordered 2 pairs that came between Christmas and New Year. The ones I have on at the moment are black, calciprese. Not much of a surprise there, really. Now my penchant for black. I don't think you'll be able to see the full length of them, but they've got pockets at the sides here. Got elasticated waist all the way around. They've got rear pockets, and they're a nice sort of, a nice wide leg. They're really flattering. They fall straight down from the hip. And if you're short like me, if you're wearing a wide leg, you want to have something fairly fitted here. Because if you have a loose baggy t-shirt, you just sort of, you start looking like a rectangle. But look, if you're more comfortable in a loose t-shirt, go for it. I mean, we're all different, and thank goodness we are. Or the world will be exceedingly boring. I think even this camera's on go slow this evening. Oh, I tell you guys, it is. I mean, I know we go on about the weather, but oh boy, I tell you, even with this aircon on, it's struggling. It really is struggling. I mean, I waited till midnight to film this because I thought, it'd be a bit cooler. And I looked at the temperature and it was still close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. 36, 37 degrees centigrade. It's crazy. So excuse me while I have a bit of a menopausal fan. Right. So let's have a look at these linen blend wide leg trousers. So these are the black ones, and I've ordered some white ones. What's that colour? Oatmeal. I think that's it. I've ordered, the ones I've got on at the moment are short, and they're great for wearing with, you know, flat shoes or thongs, flip-flops. And if I was going to wear one of them with a wedge heel, then I really need the regular length. So it's nice to be able to buy them in 2 lengths. And I really think it is worth it. I think if you buy short ones that are okay with flat shoes and then put them on with wedges or with heels, you get that sort of, you know, ankle swinger look where your trousers are just too short. I mean, there's a difference between trousers being too short and trousers being cropped. If they're intentionally cropped, fine. I have no problem with that at all. But if they're just too short, they're just, you know, everything starts to look very dated. Okay, so in here we have, okay, so these are the, let me zoom you out a little bit. Yep, this camera's definitely going to go slow. It's going to give up the ghost any minute and say, that's it, I'm too hot, I'm going home, had enough. Okay, so these are the 8 in the short length. So those are fine for me, you know, with just thongs or flat shoes on, it's a perfect length. And that's quite a nice, I'll zoom you in again, quite a nice neutral colour. And talking of colours, if you're doing what I am and sort of almost reinventing yourself really, you know, I really want to wear things that I feel really comfortable in, but are really stylish. Whereas 10 years ago I'd have put up with a bit of discomfort to look good. Now I won't compromise. Another good thing to remember, and I learnt this when I was in France, is the rule of 3. And that is wear a maximum of 3 colours. And that includes jewellery. So if you've got, say, like I've got black trousers on, off-white top, silver jewellery. I've got black slip-ons, sort of mules, black bag, silver hardware to match the silver jewellery. And French women never wear more than 3 colours. And as I said, the 3rd colour is usually, you know, whatever metal your jewellery is. Sometimes they'll have that as well as 3 colours, but not very often. Usually French women wear 2 colours. And also when you're short, particularly if you have fairly short legs, it's good to have the same colour top and bottom. It really elongates you. You know, because like me having a white top and black pants really sort of, you know, cuts me off in the middle, which probably isn't the best thing to do, but I just needed to be cool this evening. Okay, so these are some navy ones. These are also in the short length. Okay, so those are the navy. I mean, you can see how much they crease. And I mean, that's inevitable with linen. But you can see they're really stretchy. I've got 2 side pockets there, 2 pockets at the back. And they're great, they're just really easy to wear trousers in a really good shape. Now, another thing I bought, oh wow, and these are so light. Oh, these are fabulous. I just hope they're not too big. These are a wide leg. Okay, these are called satin crinkle drawstring wide leg trousers. And these were $87.99. I don't know if they've got any of these in stock still. They do tend to sell out of things very quickly, so if you see something you like, you really need to grab it. Okay, so obviously not many people like these. Well, they don't like the price because, okay, the 8 in the long length is low in stock. Apart from that, they're in stock for all the lengths. And I bought these in a 10. I'm sort of in between an 8 and a 10. The linen blend trousers I bought in an 8 because all the reviews said that they came up a little bit big. There weren't any reviews for these trousers, so I've gone for a 10. And I think they're actually looking a little bit big, but they're very, you can see the sort of crinkle pleating. They've got a very wide leg, almost like palazzo pants. And they also look a bit long, although they might be good with wedges or heels. Okay, 10. I'm looking at these and thinking an 8 might probably be better. I might actually just try this on. I'll keep the same top on because it's just, seriously, it's too hot to just change in and out of everything. But I am keen to see what these look like on. So I shall be back shortly. Okay, so I put these trousers, pants, whatever you want to call them, on with the t-shirt that I had before and then just looked awful. So I put a short sleeve black bodysuit on. And they look much better. These are really nice. They're so light. Seriously, they weigh absolutely nothing. Even in the short length with a wedge, you know, wedge heel about, I don't know, how much is it? Let me have a look. About 2.5, 2 3/4 inches. Oh, I've got a tape measure. Let me measure them. Just over 2.5 inches. Yep. Even with that extra bit of height, these are still a little bit longer, just touching the floor. Which I don't mind actually. I mean, they're not, do you know what I mean? They're not sort of trippable length. And bodysuits are great when you get older because, you know, if you wear something like this where you need the top to be tucked in, there's nothing to tuck in with a bodysuit. Whereas if you wear a t-shirt or a blouse or whatever, you've got to tuck it in round here and it adds to the bulk there. And I think most people, well, I know I have, thicken out around the waist the older you get, so it just keeps it minimal. You know, you just get nicer, cleaner lines. So you don't get any bulges sort of where the edge of your top comes to. So, you know, you can grab a little black clutch. I've cheated a bit with mixing my metals here, but, you know, pop on a bit of jewellery and you're good for the evening. Really nice, these. And I could probably have got away with an 8. The 10's a bit on the loose side, but it's comfortable. Those are really nice, and they are, how much did I say they were? $87.99 Australian, so that's about 60 US dollars approximately, probably a little bit less, 57, 58 US dollars. And in pounds, that's £44, but I'm sure they'd be cheaper than that in the UK. I mean, they do have to pay to ship it, you know, halfway around the world to get it to here, so I can forgive them a little bit extra, but not too much. So, those are the satin crinkle drawstring wide leg trousers, and that's a name and a half. They're not really satin, do you know what I mean? They're not, they've got a bit of a sheen to them, but they're not those sort of shiny, you know, synthetic-y looking things, although I'm pretty sure they are synthetic. I'll just check the fabric. Oh, here was me. Oops, let me zoom you in a bit. Here was me going on about polyester, saying I wouldn't wear polyester, and these are polyester. And I seriously would not have known it at all. No, they feel more like a silk blend to me. Polyester has obviously come a long way in the last few years, and thank goodness for that. So, that's I won't do the full name again, but you know, it's the name of a show dog, isn't it? Anyway, the drawstring wide leg trousers, good for an evening out, or you know, whenever you feel like you want to dress up a bit. It's good. Nice alternative to a dress. I think they're dressy enough for certainly a black tie event, you know, something a little bit formal. I mean, probably a bit dressier top would be better, but. And I think you can also get bodysuits now with tummy control, so if you want a bit of, you know, a bit of help in that area, then a bodysuit with tummy control. I'll see if I can find some, and if I can, I'll put them in the description box down under. Right, I'll just pause you there and turn you back round the other way. Okay, so I've just tried on the stone in the linen blend trousers, the wide leg, elasticated waist ones, and they are a lot longer than the black ones. I mean, even with a heel, well, or a wedge, these are a bit too long. And this is the one thing that really annoys me about Marks and Spencer. You know, they do great clothes. It's really good, affordable fashion, particularly for women who are a bit older. But the lengths of things, oh, it's so inconsistent. It really helps to read the reviews on M&S, because there are people who, I'm sure it's their hobby, to write reviews for Marks and Spencer. They're really, really detailed. And those crinkle, you know, wide leg pants that I just had on have got 2 reviews so far. One is 5-star, saying good for the holidays. And the next one is 1-star, incorrect sizing, leg length is too long, and waist sizing runs small. I'd actually say that the waist size is just about right on that, but I do agree that the leg length is too long. And also on these, you know, which is such a shame, because this is such a great colour. You know, this soft sort of beige. They're just so comfortable, these pants. I mean, they might shrink a bit when I wash them, but if they don't, then, you know, you're stuck with them, aren't you? So, anyway, let's have a look and see what I've got in the other. Goodness, I've still got 3 other parcels. I do tend to waffle on ad nauseum My apologies. But I do like to be thorough with things, you know. Okay, so these are these are some vests that I bought, or sort of camisoles. They're actually in the teen section, so I've gone up a size to a 12 rather than a 10. But they've got a built-in shelf bra. And I love these for sleeping in the summer. You know, it's really important when you get older to give yourself a bit of support, because things get droopy very quickly. If you don't mind being droopy, you go for it. But personally, I'd sooner not. So these are great, and these were, how much were these? These come in packs of 2. Another thing I wanted to mention is that they do free delivery on orders over $175. They have recently increased the price of their returns. It used to cost $9.99, and you used to be able to just print a label out, stick it on the bag and pop it in the mailbox and send it back. It now costs $29.99, so just to warn you that that's increased, you know, a fair amount. Okay, so these are a 2-pack teen cotton with stretch secret support vests, and they're $42.99 for 2. And I think you can get them in different colours. They only had a 12 in stock with a grey and the navy, which is fine. I mean, I just sleep in them, so I'm not that fussed. But they're really good if you just want a little bit of support while you're sleeping. Okay, so that's that one. Sorry, did I say it's navy and grey? They're black and grey. Oh, for goodness sake, I swear it's the heat. It's doing strange things. Right, let's open the next one. What I did was I ordered some of these linen mixed pants in the regular length. You know, like I said earlier, because, you know, I wanted something with the right length with a wedge or a heel, but seeing as the short ones are too long, then I would say the regular ones are going to be way too long. Now, do any of you remember the video I did where I ordered some Miramar jeans that look like jeans but aren't jeans? They're sweatpants from Rag & Bone. I think they were quite expensive. They were 280, 300 Australian dollars, cheaper in the US, but quite exy, but really nice and amazing trompe l'oeil. I mean, you'd think they were jeans, you really would. Anyway, Marks & Spencer have done a similar thing, so I thought I'd order a pair, but I can see from just looking at the shape of them that they're not going to be good. Nope. You know, the Miramar ones were almost similar to these wide leg linen pants. You know, they had quite a decent width in the leg. Maybe not quite as wide as these, but near enough. But these are a really weird shape. You know, they're sort of tapered in a bit at the bottom. And they're just, no, there's that sort of tapered shape, you know, where it goes in at the ankle, is really unflattering, especially if you're short. It's just, it's not a good look. No, those are definitely not staying, and they've also got a fault in them there, which is disappointing because Marks and Spencer is usually really good quality. So they've got a flaw in there. It's in the fabric just there. I might try them on actually and show you what I mean about the shape. So I will be back. I think you'll see what I mean when I say they're not very flattering shape. They're a bit too short for a start off. They're an awful length. I mean, really, jeans or pants should be, you know, should touch the top of your foot. That's the ideal length. These are about 2 inches too short. These are ankle swingers, but they haven't got the width to swing, so they're ankle, I don't know, tapered at the ankles. They look absolutely dreadful. They really do. I mean, they're just so not flattering at all. So these will be going straight back. Okay, so these are back to the standard black wide leg, you know, linen mixed pants again. I wanted the regular length because the other ones are just right, you know, as I said before, with no shoes or flat shoes. I wanted something a little bit longer to wear with my beloved crop wedges. And these are trailing on the floor. So they'll need hemming. But seriously, they are so comfortable and so nice, these trousers. It's worth it. I really don't mind doing that. I love the pockets. You know, the waist is sort of, you know, it's not too tight, but it's, you know, it gives you some sort of definition. It gives you some shape here. I love the flat pockets at the back because they don't add out any bulk around here. And they're not too gathered. You know, sometimes you get pants that are elasticated and they're gathered, you know, really tightly at the back. And so you get all this extra fabric and it's really unflattering. Because as I said before, this is where we thicken out as we get older. I mean, my waist is, oh goodness, a lot bigger than it was before. So anyway, these came out of the last bag, and I also ordered some white ones in the regular length. Whoa, and they look even longer than the black ones. I'm not sure about white, really. This colour I really like, but I have got one pair of linen pants that I bought from M&S, or it was during the winter. They're a similar colour, so, and these again are way too long. See what I mean? They're, you know, to be the right length, they need to be. They need to be Empire line linen pants. We'll set a new trend. No, just kidding. Seriously though, I think the black ones I'll keep, and these navy ones, these are short, but these, you know, these are the same length as the regular in black. Crazy, isn't it, really? And I quite like the navy. I think we'll keep the navy and the black, and I like the very wide crinkle leg pants. And I'll just turn you back the right way. Right, well, I think I proved this evening that you can actually talk quite a lot about a pair of linen mix or linen blend trousers or pants. It's funny that, isn't it? Trousers I'm used to because I lived a long time in the UK, and in Europe they're trousers. Here they're pants. But in the UK pants are underwear, and it's like the thongs thing. You know, thongs are something entirely different in Europe. They're not flip-flops anyway. Okay, so I have waffled on ad nauseum, as per usual. I will put all the details of the items that I've mentioned in the description box below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. À bientôt mes amis, au revoir et bonsoir. I'm sure any ex-Brits watching this, or any Brits watching this, I was going to say ex-Brits, but you know, I'll start that again. It's a bit of a British tradition, you know, a bit of a oh God, there's going to be so many bloopers in this one. I needed something else. Sorry, and they were, I don't need to go and find out how much they were, and a blend of linen and viscose.